when I get back to Turkey.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't think so. Like, this is just freedom of speech, and everybody is responsible for their own ideas. And in this case, what I'm doing is not controversial or anything. Right. On the other hand, I am standing up in my own sex, like, I'm standing up with women who's suffering any sort of hardship in their lives. So, this is something important, I guess. As like a educated human being, I feel responsible to the society and for the society. So.
Well, let me ask you this then: what first drew you to become feminist and have such a strong standpoint? What did you see? What was that first moment that said, "I need to become a feminist"?
I mean, I guess since my childhood, I had that perception. For instance, when, like, I guess it's in every society, it's the same in the Turkey too, like, when you want to do a kind of like a sport, which is more like, a man's sport, called as like man's sport, they're all like, you women or girls are not strong enough to do some certain jobs. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And even, I would like to give you a very personal example. When I was in high school, and in the secondary school, I always wanted to be a lawyer. When I talked to my family, they were like, but, you will be dealing with all these, like, criminals, like, you may not be secure now. You will be dealing with all the criminals and everything, and they're pretty dangerous, and you're a girl, What if they harm you? Like, what if, if they, they lose a trial or whatever, like, they were all, like, giving me those, like, hypothetical examples. But, I mean, somehow they were like, we actually want you to be a teacher. And I was like, well, it's not my maybe dream job. Okay, I love teaching. I love, helping other people. But at the very early ages, I had that, justice feeling, the feeling or fighting for the just.
You've been courageous since forever. Okay.
Exactly. Mainly, I was convinced to be a teacher, which I'm totally happy with, actually. I'm really satisfied with what I'm doing. But even this example is showing that, like, teachers, being teachers for girls, which is good, Okay. They have holidays, they can, have babies, they can get married, they can take care of their husband. But a lawyer, oh my God, she will be dealing with all those, trials, like, reading all those,
all the
like,
time it takes. And
absolutely. Yeah. Even this is just like, perceived as a,
guys field.
Exactly.
Okay. I have my own views on the law and legal situation. I met recently another person who stays here, and she is in law school now. She loves it. She's like overwhelmed, so to speak, at the moment. Like, all of her time is filled with the law, but I commend and I have another friend, she's a Zeta from FAMU, and she's doing it too. Like, all the females I know who are currently dealing with law, they love it. And
exactly.
When you have that passion, they go for it. I don't see any reason to tell somebody they can't do a job just because they're a man or a woman. Like, that's just retarded to me. What do you think is the ending goal? Like, to just say that women are now equal, or do you think that the feminist goal will also branch over into the transgender world? Because now you have people who are born male and become female, who are still persecuted against, and you have females who were born female and became male. How does that work when you have someone who's transgender from a feminist standpoint?
I mean, I've met a transgender person. I mean, in person. She's a friend of me. She's a friend of a friend, and she's a fantastic person. And you know what? I want to give an example for this as well. She celebrated her 21st birthday here in America. She's American. She didn't drink at all, and we were like, "You're 21. Like, why don't you drink?" And like, she was like, "Ah." And then like, she was giving us a ride back home, and on the way back, she goes like, "I met a guy who I guess I'm, interested in." And she said that we started to talk. But the moment guy found out that, over my Facebook, find out that my, previous pictures when I was a guy, he immediately told me that he doesn't want to talk to me at all because he's not into transgenders. And then she wasn't judging him or anything. She was just like, telling the story or telling what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, guys, do you think should I remove the pictures, my previous pictures when I was a guy, over the Facebook? And I immediately told her, no, because you're a fantastic human being, and you should be proud of who you were and who you are now, because you only change your gender, like, you changed just like physical appearance. You are still the same person. If you're a loving person, caring person, friendly, like fun to be around with, you are still that person.
You're still you, no matter what.
No matter
so you
what.
shouldn't really have shame of where you've been.
In the past, maybe, in your previous gender, you were maybe like hiding your true self. Now you should be more proud of yourself because now you are united with your soul and physical appearance. Why you should remove your pictures? And I said, if someone is judging you just because of your physical appearance, but not for who you are, then I'm sorry, that person is not the good person. And one day I believe that you're gonna find someone who's not judging you at all, and share amazing moments together. And that night she was like thanking me, like, and I felt that. I felt proud of her and proud of myself for standing up for her, because I realized that emotionally that conversation with that guy affected her negatively, affected her self-confidence maybe. And if all these people's comments or prejudices against transgender people piles up in them, it may even like cause depression, even it may drag them into committing suicide or something. We should support people who are trying to show through true selves. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my
opinion.
Yeah, exactly. So at this point, if someone is calling herself or naming herself as feminist or womanist, they should stand up for transgender people more than anyone else, maybe. Because if you are believing that the human beings should be equal, then we should stand with them. Yeah.
I don't disagree.